April the 23rd, Buttercups. Buttercups are now starting to make an appearance. Early species were marsh marigolds in marshy areas and celandines in woodland. Marsh marigold, Caltha palustris, is also called water blobs, among a host of other names. This handsome plant is now the brightest in wet meadows and at the sides of many ponds. The flower buds were at one time pickled like capers. The flowers themselves were hung up on May Day to protect against witches and fairies, which were thought to be particularly active at this time. They also released a dye that was used to colour paper. Goldilocks, Ranunculus auricomus, with its rich shade of yellow petals, is also now starting to appear in woods. It is often recognised by not having a full set of petals, and its long, stalked, three-lobed leaves with notches. Unusually, it is capable of setting seed without being fertilized, which means that different patches in different woods can differ genetically and therefore have slightly different forms. The more familiar meadow buttercup, Ranunculus acris, comes a little later in fields which are grazed, and the creeping buttercup, Ranunculus repens, appears on damp lawns in gardens. In clean streams, a white buttercup, water crowfoot, may also make its first appearance this month. Another plant joining the group, which looks like a buttercup, is greater celandine, Chelidonium majus. The cut stems quickly exude a custard yellow sap, which was used to cure warts. The leaves of this plant were incorrectly engraved on Wordsworth's monument at Hawkshead in the Lake District. It was confused by the sculptor with lesser celandine, Ranunculus ficaria, which the poet was referring to when he wrote, "There is a flower that shall be mine, 'tis the little celandine." Lady's smock or cuckoo flower. This is one of the most noticed wildflowers of the month. Shakespeare wrote, "When daisies pied and violets blue, and lady's smock all silver white and cuckoo buds of yellow do point the meadows with delight." In this passage, the plant is called lady smock on account of the fact the petals seem to shine in the sun when found in patches, which reminded Shakespeare of linen. In his time, linen was laid out in the fields to dry. These plants are always found in patches, as the seeds are only fired a few centimeters. At night, the petals hang down to protect the sugar in the nectaries from being washed away. One suspect legend says the plant was discovered by Saint Helena, growing under Christ's manger, and from that moment it grew wherever she trod.